Hello, hi there, I'm Mandy. I'm a tarot card reader, and today I'm going to do a reading on Ukraine and Russia. So there's boots on the ground in Russia, there's tanks in there, there's robots. It's crazy. I mean, what's their end goal? Should I ask that already? Is it time? They're making strides into Russia. They're not going to hurt anyone. They don't want to hurt anyone. It's like they're liberating. They're in there to liberate Russia as best they can. So what the cards got to tell us today? Well, the next strategic moves. What's their aim? They're headed towards, last I heard, cursed Oblast nuclear plant. Just caught a fly. Oh no, she didn't. You didn't catch it, Faye. Where is it? We say flipping flies. She goes mad. Come here, lay down. She's gone looking for the fly now. Right, so be serious. It's serious. It really is. But you just got to keep your energy levels up, you know, best you can. Because our energies are really important. If we let it get us down and we worry, we have to get on with our lives and just pray that it'll be over and done with soon. You know, America's aware of, well, that's another fly. She tried to catch it again. America's aware of what they're doing. And I think Zelensky's just so angry, he just wants to get it over and done with. And who can blame him? They don't go in, they're not going in there wanting to kill civilians. They're going in there and they're finding these bases where these weapons are being kept. And if they're taking the weapons, you know, refurbishing the tanks. And there's this like, or else they're blowing them up. So they're no longer there, available. So Putin's running out of ammunition now, and he's called the Wagner army back in. Wagner, innit? Wagner. From Finland, I think, something like that. And some of they said it was Africa as well, that they were calling them back from Africa. And thousands of North Koreans have fled North Korea to go to South Korea. We're getting out of here. They're worried and something must be going on. So North Korea, Kim Jong-un said that if the boots got on the ground there were boots on the ground from the Ukrainians into Russia, that they would get involved. So that's why the North Koreans are fleeing the country. Okay. So what can they tell us about the war, about what's going on in Russia? Okay. That one kept on flipping out all the time, and I kept on putting it back in again. Oh. What's going on in Russia is poor leadership. Right? It's poor leadership. It's volatile, malicious. Okay? He's volatile, malicious, and a bad leader, poor leadership. So that's probably, I'm not sure if it, you know what I mean? It doesn't look like Putin. He's not acting like Putin. He looks nervous. And other readers say that they get that Putin's gone as well, unalived. She still can't catch that fly. He has a ruined reputation. There's an imbalance in his work commitments. He's in a toxic environment and he's ruined his reputation. So this is telling us about Putin, isn't it? Or about the leadership in the Kremlin. Whoever's, could be Valery Gerasimov, whatever he's called, or there's some others. There's a few other generals in there that could be controlling everything, but it looks like it's probably that Valery, I think, or. There's a hidden agenda, misguided passion, ignorance, okay? This is a high priestess in reverse. Misguided passion, ignorance, and hidden agenda. So Ukraine have a hidden agenda. In the past, they had a lack of opportunity to do this, and it was getting tedious in the past. Over this covering this reading is egotistic, misunderstanding, disappointment. Right. Standing their ground, right? And they're putting up their defense. They're in an advantageous position. Okay, advantageous position. And this is right here in the here and now. Here. The future. That's upside down. It's the future. So the future is they are in an advantageous position to stand their ground. And they're persevering. Now this is the 10 of Wands in reverse. So it says, taking on too much and buckling under pressure and giving up. So is that Russia? Because maybe we've got, I'm sure we got Putin in the middle, because that's not Zelensky, right? So the first two cards says it's poor leadership. Poor leadership. Volatile, malicious, cultural intolerance, imbalance, a ruined reputation, and a toxic environment. And then misguided passions or superficial knowledge. And it was in the past it was tedious work and there was a lack of opportunity in the past. Now they have to be careful of being egotistic. There's misunderstanding, obviously, from the Russian citizens. They don't understand what's going on. And then I've got the 7 of Wands in the future, which is in an advantageous position to stand their ground. taking on too much and buckling under pressure. Giving up. So that's the inner issues here. Like the he fell down, didn't it? Let me see. Was on the wrong way round. Right. Your inner influences, and the power. He's nervous. He's thinking, oh my God, they're taking on too much. Who's taking on too much? I should have asked the question differently. No. The external influences is overly critical, he's dominant, he's tyrannical, violent, selfish, vengeful, biased, manipulative and abusive. So that's Vladimir Putin right away. So this reading is telling me about Putin. So that's about Putin. Taking on too much, buckling under pressure. I think they got him, you know. Won't be long. It's more than just this war. It's about the economy. It's about people starving and starving. They got no water. They not no water supply. They're thirsty and they're begging him on social media to come and help them, give them some water so they can feed their family and have a drink. And he's just ignoring them. So Ukraine's going to go in there and they're going to rescue him. Do you get me? Once he's gone, they can restart. Once they get rid of all of those, abusive, manipulative, horrible people in the Kremlin. How can you not swear as I'm really trying hard? I don't know if you noticed. So the hopes and fears is open to new perspectives, release and freedom. Oh. And they will know the way forward. Yeah, so there they are. Being released. Like I just said, before I pulled the card. They'll rescue him. They won't hurt him. If they they'll do their best not to. But Putin would. Because he wants them as cannon fodder. But they're now open to new perspectives, release and freedom, and knowing the way forward, in the hopes and fears. Yeah, no, they don't feel it yet. They're not feeling it yet. They're not feeling it yet. They're worried. Yeah, they are worried. They have got hardly any money. He said he'd give them $100 if they need to flee. $100 to, What's that gonna? We can do $100. It's 10,000 rubles. I think rubles is it? So yeah, they're really worried. Let me do some more. It's run its course. They're greedy. And Russia. And Russia, this is the card for Russia and it's reversed. So if you read this card as being Russia, reversed, greedy and overripe, and it's over. It's over now. Time to give up. Like said here, give up. Just give up. And that's the message to the Kremlin. Just give up. Because your bounty will wither anyway, because you've neglected it. You've neglected your people. All for your selfish gains. Just to put all that money in to make weapons of mass destruction while your citizens are on the street starving to death because there's no food available, because you've got sanctions against you, left, right and centre, because of this war. And they've had enough. Okay, we have someone professional here who is better, has attention to detail, right, and is organised. It could be a man or a woman. So maybe a woman's going to take over after Vladimir Putin, after they bring down the dictatorship and everything. They've done it in Bangladesh, haven't they? They've done it in Bangladesh. The students, they run her out of her home. She had to flee the country. That she was a dictator. And that was a woman. Okay. So we have the magician, and then they know it's the beginning of something significant. Right? And the tools are at hand. There's financial disarray, there's disorganized finances. They just don't know where they are. I haven't got a clue what they're doing. Just walking around aimlessly wondering, where's my family to? Making sure they got everyone together. And they're worried. They're worried. Of course they're worried. They're being self-protective and keeping their money to themselves and saving every penny. There will be... This is exile and withdrawal. Withdrawal and exile, maybe. Okay, so this greed and hoarding and being a miser, that's definitely Putin. Look, because he's holding on to all of the money and he's buying weapons of mass destruction. And I'll not go on a bit until I've actually got it, but eventually I get it, and it's like, yeah, he's holding on to everyone else's money, keeping it all to himself. And they're all in financial disarray. And they don't know what they're doing. And they don't know where their priorities are, what they're going to do. What they're doing is, right, I've been watching the news on it, right? And they've built these tents, which can house, like, 6 beds. Like, what do you call it? Those little makeup beds that you take camping with you. So they've got them, and they've got little mattresses about that thick. And blanket. No pillow. Fold the top of the sleeping bag. Oh, they got a sleeping bag as well. And they're going to jam people. There's no room to move in between beds. There's about that much room for them. They're all cramped in. And there's beds on that side, about that much room to walk through, to walk up through. It's really, really bad, and it's really, really sad. And that's where they're going to put the refugees. Yeah. Bless them. And this is all because of Vladimir Putin. So what about the Ukrainians? Spirit guides, spirit mentors, tell me about how the Ukrainians are doing with their boots on the ground in Russia. Thank you for telling me. Right, they're defensive. There might be obstacles. They're hesitant about something. Okay. Let me just give them a really good shuffle. Unless I change them. I'll change them, just one second. Okay. These. Spirit guides, spirit mentors, tell us what's going on in Russia with the Ukrainians with their boots on the ground. How's it going for Ukraine? For the soldiers in Ukraine. Yeah. Now, it's like enthusiastic and urgency. They're accepting the challenge. Okay. It's exciting for them and they're getting in the game. What it says. They're inspired. Okay, take a photo. And they have the power to manifest and the skill. They have the willpower. So they've got the magician. And that's a good card. They got what they need. They got all their eggs in their basket. All their ducks in a row sort of thing, so to speak. And they're ready to take on the challenge and take action. Okay, this is the hang on. So, we've got the Wheel of Fortune, okay? It's like, this is destiny, this is meant to be. It's decisive moments. Fate. And the cycles of life. In the past, it's been nothing but conflict, fighting and arguments, disagreements, struggles, opposition, battles, aggression, temper, clashing, chaos. And having to be defensive about their territory, and being territorial. It's all there on that card. This is the past. This is what's happened in the past. Bring them to Russia. It's conflict. Yeah, it says there, look, conflict. It's a responsibility. It's a lot of work. They feel it's their obligation. Okay? And there may be some delays and problems. Yeah. It was, I don't know, this is like 10 of Wands. It's like hard work. maybe delays. Maybe that's because of Kirk's Oblast nuclear site. It's caught on fire. Someone's caught it on fire. That's what that could be about. But they have to trust that they're gonna be fine. They're gonna be all right. I think this could be Biden, someone who understands unconscious motivations, a man in touch with his emotional life, a good friend, a mature, emotional, stable person in the future. That's good. Inner power. Alright. So I've got the Eight of Pentacles reversed again. It's repetitive. Inner influences. What a weird card there. External influences is being in charge, decisiveness, independent, loyalty. Okay. Is someone who inspires others. Okay, for creative achievements. An adventurous man who takes charge and initiates many projects. So this probably is Zelensky, the King of Wands, a born leader. That's a born leader. There's the leader, look. They asked about Ukraine, boots on the ground, their leadership. And that's the external influences. It says here. Oh, don't understand this one. It was just repetitive all the time. It was all the time. You know what I mean? Bombs, 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 bombs. Bombing children's playgrounds, hospitals, houses. What Russia's going through now is what Ukraine had to go through. You know? And he'd had enough. He had enough. He wanted to do something and be more impulsive and just do it. You know, decisiveness, be in charge. The sadness, separation, upheaval, grief, sorrow, upset, disorder, confusion, conflict again. Oh, it's all about conflict and pain, look. It's because of the conflict and pain. It had enough. It was causing confusion and disorder and upheaval. Enemies. Failure, collapse. At rock bottom. Hit rock bottom. It's a nail in the coffin. Endings. See? Endings. No, there'd be separation. and loneliness and heartache, upheaval, you know, and the endings. And this is what's going to be ending. A misuse of intuition, acting on bias or prejudice, manipulativeness and lack of emotional control. That's going to be ending. Right? All that badness is going to be ending. You know, the abuse of power. It's got this disharmony and disconnection. Oh, unhappy couples. Breakup day. I think someone's going to be betrayed here by a partner. Who's prejudiced against the war in Ukraine. And whoever's controlling everything, whoever the puppet master is in the Kremlin, there's going to be disharmony and disconnection and incompatibility, right? With someone who feels that he's not being treated like an equal. And they're going to backstab him, and they're going to stab him in the back, and it'll cause a collapse and a breakdown. Okay? It'll be the nail in the coffin. Lack of emotional control. Someone who doesn't use their intuition. Well, that would be Vladimir Putin, wouldn't it? A horrible person. Okay, so 10 of Pentacles reversed. Another 10. I'm feeling unstable now. Reckless spending. Yeah, he has been spending recklessly because he's just been spending it on weapons of mass destruction and then leaving his people to die, starve or die of thirst. You can die of thirst. It's awful. So there's going to be big changes and opportunities. Okay, they've seized the moment, they jumped in, they've arrived. They're going to be assertive. Okay. They're strong, assertive, decisive. And he gets what he wants, he gets it done. One who gets things done. He's charging in to do it. To get it done. But they may have charged in too quickly. This is what I think this reading is saying. There's abuse of power. There's Putin again as abuse of power. In Russia. Okay, lack of control, no discipline. So what they're talking about is they're talking about him. He's like absent. Where is Putin? Where is Putin? Why are they not feeding us? Why is there no food in the shops? And why can't I get any clean water? This is disgusting. You know, and he's absent. He's absent from them. That's abuse of power. And then I got justice. So there could be karmic justice. This is there will be consequences. And life lessons to work, like contracts, settlements, they're going to settle it. Decisions needed to be made to maintain justice, law and order. Lack of completion. So it's not going to be over yet. Okay? They've only just gone in. What I've been working for is already done. But not yet. There's no completion yet. For there's going to be endings and beginnings. An enforced change. Okay, it will be a release, a cleansing and a purging and a revitalization. Stripping away the worthless matter and liberation through purgation. Purgation. So it's the ending to bring in new beginnings and spiritual transformation. And a release and a cleansing. You know, out with the old and bring the new in. It's not going to happen right away though. Because there's opposition. They have to fight the opposition. But the reason why they're there, why they have their boots on the ground, is because they want change. They want to bring a change and an end to bring a new beginning. Okay? Putin is sitting on the fence. It's a difficult decision. They are just facing their fears and doing what they got to do. There may be divided loyalty. Who's being hunted? Someone's being hunted. Because they're a disgrace. And they're at a disadvantage. Someone playing second fiddle. So that's what I said. There could be a little bit of opposition. Divided loyalties. Yeah. He's being hunted. They're looking for someone. Maybe a general or something like that. I know they arrested a general, a Russian general, and he's got to give them the information. See, they've been getting information. This is where they know where they're going and where everything's going to be. Because they have courage and they're brave and they're confident. but they're compassionate as well. And they're overcoming their self-doubt. Okay? Harnessing their distinctive desires. It might get out of control. Again, it's opposition. They have opposition. They might need to slow down and think about what they're doing. I don't know. I got the Eight of Wands reversed. Sometimes I worry that Vladimir Putin might watch these videos, you know what I mean? It's like, well, I don't want to get arrested. Because he's malicious, hypocrite, you know? Unconcerned with the feelings of others. He'll probably start bombing his own people. I've been with my grandson today. So I haven't watched any YouTube. Apart from this morning I watched a little bit. But then I went and see my grandson for the day. Bought him some toys and sweet candy. So time heals all wounds. Alright. They persevere to reach the goal. It's not going to be over and done with quickly. Things take their time, but they're making strides in Russia. They're advancing quicker than the Russians advanced into Ukraine, because they've got vehicles from all over the world. These are amazing. Can you imagine? Imagine the engines in those what are they called? Tanks. They go quite fast. But the thing is, it's like they've come out of the frying pan and into the fire. So they might come up upon some opposition. It's saying a lot of opposition in this. Imbalance, clashing, recklessness, antagonism. We've got temperance in reverse. Basically, the shit is hitting the fan in Russia. They're planning. Waiting in anticipation. This is withdrawal. Who's going to withdraw? Maybe. It says maybe on there. But there's an imbalance and a lot of clashing, excess clashing and discord. They have to set their goals, opportunities to increase income. An open-minded person, could be a young person. So there's good news coming. about earthly matters, such as the war, will bring solid beginnings and more opportunity. Things are coming to fruition. Hard work is paying off. They will have their rewards. Yeah, with patience and planning. With patience and planning, things will come to fruition and pay off. And they'll have their rewards, but they have to be patient. They have to plan it properly. Just going in there and bombing it all. Just, they want to just get in there and get it over and do it. They got to be. See, because they had to learn how to work these vehicles, didn't they? They had to learn about all of it. I mean, they're young, so they're probably into all the technology stuff, all the computerized stuff in there. But they're working together, okay? They have determination and goals and are dedicated to what they're doing, and they have attention to detail. They will achieve and get rewards and be recognized. Okay? Working together with other countries, NATO. The only thing is, I don't think, is Ukraine in NATO yet? No, it's not, is it? Because if it was, we'd have been in there already. But say if Russia accidentally hit another country that was in NATO, then NATO would get involved. But Ukraine are not on their own, because they're working together. They're all working together to make this possible. It's challenging. It's an unconventional lifestyle. There's going to be reversed roles. Reversed roles. There's malicious lies and misery. As a person who puts people down and can't be trusted. So I said there's could be someone like a spy sort of thing in a camp. Someone who can't be trusted and puts people down. It tells lies. Okay, moving abroad, planning, moving forward, having belief in yourself and freedom. To be happy with the choices and the outcome. Hard work paying off. And them experiencing their life, their mission. Their true nature. At the end of the day, they're defending themselves and, underhanded behavior, bullying, intimidation, abuse, violence, crime, rape, murder, assault. It's going to be quite a battle, isn't it, by the looks of it? I mean, I'm just going around and around, and it's just telling me that. It's not easy. The soldiers are enjoying their, expressing their true nature. They're, experiencing their true nature and experiencing life. I mean, I've watched them when they're setting off these bombs, and they got they're filming it with their camera on social media, and he was they pull the thing like that, and they go whoa whoa whoa, and it's like it's really guttural sound, like it's coming right from deep within, and it's all almost like an animal sound that's coming out of them. Because they're protecting their country, they're protecting their family from this demented dictator. They're finding mental strength, they're having an awakening, they're rejoining the world and coming out of isolation. What's this? Coming out of isolation. Another card here said something about isolation. Who's this? Finding his mental strength. Coming out of ice, because they're isolated in Russia, aren't they? From the world, really. And they're coming out of isolation. And they're going to be moving abroad, moving forward, planning. Yeah, freedom. With choices, happy choices. And they'll all pay off. And you'll find the mental strength. And there'll be an awakening and a rejoining of the world when they'll come out of isolation. Yeah, I think I'll leave that there, because that's really good. But it is good and it isn't. But this is good for them to get away from Russia, from this. And this. Autocracy and dictatorship. Someone who's unconventional. And on the bottom of the deck, I have the Star, which is NATO working together, right? Giving them the go-ahead to do what they got to do. They got the weapons to do it with. And, there'll be spirituality, there's faith and healing, rejuvenation, joy, faith in the future, happiness and promise. There you are. This is what it's going to be. Working together and bringing calm and contentment and a renewal. Because they're standing up for their beliefs, they're fighting their corner, being protective and defensive, and they're determined. Okay? They're opposing the Russians. They're holding their own. taking the high road, maintaining control of their territory, and being assertive. See, that's the troops and Ukrainian troops on Russian soil. So I'll leave it there, okay? Just to let you know, it's the last one I got is the Hangman. Everything takes time. You know, people have to look at things differently now and trust. Trust. Oh, wow. Victory. I can't stop, can I? What am I like? It's nearly an hour. Victory. Ukraine are going to have victory. They come. Overcoming obstacles with determination and willpower and discipline, hard work and focus, they will be triumphant. Yes. They will have victory. Okay. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I'm feeling spaced out now. I always do after I do this. I just need to go and sit outside and clear my energy after doing this. But this is alright. 2 good readings. I don't think it's going to happen overnight. Definitely not overnight. There's going to be some clashes and stuff. But they will have a victory in the end. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and leave a comment. Until next time, I am Mandy. Bye-bye. To love of Ukraine.